The panel discussion was facilitated by the Student Representative Council of UPNG. Medical experts and the student body all participated to discuss issues surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic. The panelists on this discussion include Dr. Sam Yokupua, Dr. Samuel Maima, Dr. Moses Laman, Professor John Vince, and Professor Glenn Moller, who joined via Zoom in Australia. The discussion focused on the clinical aspect of COVID-19, how COVID-19 tests are done, and the AstraZeneca vaccine and its side effects.
We have a responsibility to the general public and Papua New Guineans to help inform so that people know what is going on in the country. The questions surrounding the vaccine and the virus itself or its management should be welcomed by authorities.
This is the first public discussion since the outbreak of coronavirus in the country last year. It is aimed at educating the people and help them make informed decisions about COVID-19 and the AstraZeneca vaccine. Each speaker gave their view of the virus and how it is affecting the people. Chief Physician Dr. Sam Yokupua and Professor Glenn Moller based their discussions on the clinical aspect of the virus, and that includes how patients are treated.
Treatment The new treatment guideline will be has been already finalized last week, and this week is in the printing process and to be electronically distributed. We are using zinc, zinc supplements. We're using azithromycin.
Virologist Dr. Samuel Maima was critical on how COVID-19 tests are done. He says more testing must be done for better evaluation. Dr. Moses Laman from the Institute of Medical Research spoke of how critical the virus is.
With the tests that have been done, we have to validate by additional tests. And with the PCR tests have been done, the amplified the product has to be gone to further verification test by doing DNA sequencing.
I'm of the view that coronavirus is a very serious infection, and the only way to prevent it is through the establishment of and practice of the public health measures.
On the AstraZeneca vaccine being rolled out in the country, the speakers were supportive of the vaccine. They further explained the type of vaccines being developed and the side effects. Professor John Vince says vaccination will help save many lives.
We need a vaccine to prevent people from getting sick themselves and to prevent people from spreading it around the community. That's why we need a vaccine. I'd like to make a plea that when we're talking about vaccines, we stick with fact and not with opinions. And you don't get facts from Facebook, ladies and gentlemen.
The panelists say with the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases and the increasing number of deaths, it is affecting the country's health system, and it is better to be safe and not to be sick. Rayon Lakingu National, EMTV News.